GM. What's up, everybody?
What up?
GM.
Leo. Come on. All right, let's get the slides up. So let's see, we got some people entering. Welcome, Jimma. Welcome, Sam. So we'll just give it a couple more minutes for people to enter. If you just want to share, say hi, feel free to chime in and talk. Yeah, what's up, Eve? Oh, nice. Somebody else had the camera on with me.
Yeah, I
Hey,
figured
how's it
I'd join
going?
in. Feeling a little bit raggedy with my beard going on in the middle of the move, but nice to see you, Eve.
Nice to see
You didn't miss my, I called them discount meditation sessions the last couple months without you.
you.
Tried my best, but not sure how. I'm not sure how grounded everybody was.
You did a meditation.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Sorta.
love that.
It was more just, I don't want to. Anybody can watch the recording if you're really so compelled to. I wouldn't recommend it though.
He did it well. They were kind of short, but they were good.
I learned from the best.
Well, I think we're 8:05. We got almost 20 people on the call. I know half of them are note takers, but they're becoming people slowly. So let's go ahead and get started. And yeah, let's next slide. Oh, I guess first, welcome everybody to the Greenpill Monthly Community Call, September. I always tend to forget to introduce myself because I feel like most of you guys know who I am. But yeah, I'm Alpha, steward of the network and the Dev Guild, and happy everybody's here. And yeah, looking forward for a fun call. There's a lot to discuss. So let's first, I'll go through the agenda and then we'll come back to meditation. The agenda for this call, we're going to talk about Greenpill GG24. What's potential opportunities there are for like the Greenpill chapters and nodes and the network itself to participate from both potential operations, supporting the round with resources, as well as participating with different initiatives. Then there's Giveth Causes. So we're going to talk about a few causes that have been created within the Greenpill context by members in the community. Then we're going to go into the Growth Working Group update. We put together a Growth Working Group recently to explore more funding and partnership opportunities with like more clarity and initiatives. So we'll get some updates there. Chapter and guild updates, as always. Regen Coordination Updates, we're tying to GG24, but also outside of it as well. And then Octant Vaults and Epoch 9 and Public Good Staking. So yeah, we've got a full agenda. But before we get into that, I'm going to pass it over to Eve to lead a meditation session that we always do. So yeah, that's it to you, Eve.
Thanks, Apple. Hey, everybody. Good to be here after a little break for summer. And yeah, sounds like a really awesome agenda for the call today. So we'll just take a moment to drop in before getting into all these juicy updates for September. So if you feel comfortable wherever you are, you can close your eyes. And invite yourself into the present moment. Beginning to connect with your breath. Feeling the sensation of your breath moving in and out of your body. Feeling the ebb and flow of your breath like a tide at the ocean. Allowing the natural flow, the energy of your breath to carry you. Without force and without effort, but with ease. And as you visualize this tide at the shore of the ocean, washing up onto the sand, invite this energy to clear and release anything from your fields which is no longer serving you. Taking this opportunity as we shift seasons from in the northern hemisphere from summer to fall, in the southern hemisphere from winter to spring. And inviting in fresh energy for the new season, for your projects and for your intentions. We're in the midst of a powerful eclipse portal. We had the lunar eclipse on Sunday, and the solar eclipse will be in a couple of weeks with the new moon. It's a powerful time for shifts, transitions, and just allowing yourself a moment to be present with that energy of transformation. You're together in community. And taking a few more cleansing rounds of breath together. And as you're ready, returning to the circle, returning to the community call for all of the exciting updates we have for September. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve, as always. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, that was good. That's great. Always gonna come back to the call. But yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So yeah, I went through the agenda, but I know some people joined as we're doing the meditation. So that's quickly we're gonna be doing Greenpill GG24, Giveth Causes, growth working group updates, some chapter and guild updates, get into Regen Coordination, talk a little bit about Octant, talk about some public good staking. All right, let's first talk about Greenpill and GG24. So currently, it's set the GG24 set out 5 domains dedicated to solve Ethereum's biggest problems, from privacy to adoption at a local level and awareness of Ethereum. So definitely is a decent amount of domains that are spread across all different axes, so that I think a lot of projects that we have in that space, I think could fit in multiple domains. So before, when we did like GG23, it was like Regen Coordination, both the guilds, the chapters, projects, all were in that round. This seems like it's more so going to be finding the round or the domain that fits best for your project or proposals, and then going for that. So definitely, there's still some more time for things to be like settled over the next few days. But it does seem like it's going to be 5 domains. I think OSS, privacy. I always keep missing one. And then there's these 2 that I have here: Public Good R&D, Ethereum adoption, and awareness. Does anybody know the 5th one I'm missing? OSS, privacy. Yeah, I don't know the 5th one. If anybody could send a message or just chime in if you know the other one I'm missing, that'd be great. But yeah, but talking about the 2 that we have, or the 2 that we're really aware of, is the Public Good R&D. So that's a domain focused on public good research and tooling development. And Paul and I will be operating one of the sub rounds in that domain, focused on PG tooling development. So yeah, going to be basically looking to do a mix of conviction voting and retro rewards, where we're looking to fund proposals that focus on interoperability, like as a core functionality, and build with like core primitives and tools that are emerging in the public good space, and core tooling that like outside of the public space, like ENS, EAS, and then within our space, Karma Gap, DAOstar, using these protocols to better build interop amongst our tools. I see. Cool. Yeah. Okay. I can share this link. So Matt just dropped in a link of the domains. So as you can see here, there's Ethereum developer tooling and infrastructure. That's like basically like the OSS rounds that always have happened. User sovereignty and privacy. And open data and analytics. So open standards, data visibility, things of nature. And then the last 2 are the ones we're talking about right now. So yeah, so if you have a proposal or like an idea on like tooling development, just know that we're looking to fund proposals that focus on utilizing, existing protocols and connecting, protocols and different applications and functionality, because that's, I think, one of the missing pieces in our space is around just a lot of products are built in silos and don't fully connect to each other, don't tap into the network effects that blockchain provides you. So this round is looking to solve that. And yeah, very excited. If you have an interest in helping evaluate proposals, or you want to put in a proposal, just reach out to me or Paul, and we could give you some updates. And then going to Ethereum adoption and awareness. This is more with the region. Well, this is actually pretty unique. So this is going to be 3 sub rounds. So one's the solution development like rounds that's focused on taking the existing Web3 tooling and applying it in like a specific locale to like fit like their legal structure and different things that will allow it to be used in that location. Then there's buyer reforestation, being led by Gemma. Would love for you to chime in and give any updates there. And then we got local adoption of local based rounds that kind of still are up in the air what they'll fully look like, but in some sense, they will be analogous to probably the rounds we ran before, like in GG23. but there's still some more to figure out there. But Jimmo, if you would love for you to chime in on the bar reforestation round, if there's any updates.
JM, hey guys. We actually have Luma with BioFi project next Monday, I believe. So I'm going to post a link here. We'll be talking about that in a lot more detail. The TLDR is we're basically funding containers, geographies, not so much projects directly, but we are listing out the impact criteria from which projects can then, or stewards really, can then participate to be able to be rewarded for impact. We're keeping the mechanism pretty simple this time around. It will mostly be for every dollar funded, about 25% will go into impact sort of project implementing partners. Those implementing partners are mostly driving the adoption. It could actually be a Greenpill chapter. It could be one of the, say, groups that like a local Ethereum localism chapter is coordinating with. And so there will be an incentive and an overhead budget for implementing partners to be driving adoption. And that would most likely be sent to a multi-sig or a user in the case that it's a user. And then 60% will be going to the steward, the person actually driving the impact. If the steward and the partner are the same people, then they would just get both of those splits. But yeah, I'll be happy to share a lot more detail. Thanks for, I didn't expect to jump here and share about this. We're looking good. We have secured close to 50K, and this is before sell of public goods and Gitcoin matching. So looking good to at least have 80K. It's going to be about 8 by regions. Depending on how much more we get, we are considering having a global escrow as well, meaning it will be a similar budget shared across the whole world, just so people aren't left out. But yeah, that's it for now, and I'll share the link in the chat.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for that. Really appreciate that. Cool. I'm gonna dive in after this call. And then well, I'm not sure, Luke, I know is doing solution development. The local funding round, I know it's like a Regen Coordination thing. Monty's driving a lot of that. But I think if Corey's on the call, we'd love to hear about the local funding round they're looking to do in Brazil. And I also could, Amio, if anyone from Nigeria's here, we could also give some updates on what we talked about yesterday. But maybe we could say that for the chapter and guild updates section. So let's see, maybe that, but yeah, we'll say that for chapter and guild updates. Yeah, so I'll call on you guys then. All right, so next we got Giveth Causes. Giveth just launched basically, causes, which are a curated set of projects centered around a specific cause, to make donating simpler and more effective. So basically, you create a cause, you could add different projects. And we've had a couple causes. We have a Greenpill cause created by Anastasia with all the Greenpill projects. And then Mansell created, who's a community lead within a dev guild, created safety and security cause, based off a recent hack, that unfortunate hack that happened to him, and kind of have an approach around trying to, create some resources and education around all security and safety going forward, so, people could avoid similar situations. And yeah, it looks like, okay, we got the round details here. I don't know if it got cut off a bit, but September 10th to 12th with 40,000 matching. Yeah, so you can look up for that. But Anastasia, I think you're on the call. I'm not sure if Nancy's here, but yeah, we'd love for you to, if you want to share any words about this cause. And yeah.
Yeah, JM. Can you hear me? My headphones are not the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the round is until the 18th of September, actually.
Okay.
And yeah, 40,000 matching pool. And we have 5 chapters in the cause, and the Greenpill Dev Guild, and the Greenpill network itself. So I posted on Twitter the announcement. I think I did it before the Giveth posted about the beginning of the round. But it started. I checked it myself. It's all working. Every $5 donation is eligible for a raffle for gift token as well. So the more we donate, the more chances we have to also win a prize. And yeah, let's spread it around your friends and maybe comment and tag somebody. I don't know. Let's see how we make it grow. Also, Giveth will have spaces. I will keep you posted. Maybe somebody would like to come and speak about their chapter during one of the spaces.
Cool. Yeah, let me know. I'll try to attend. Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate you setting that all up. And then I don't think Nancel's here, but shout out to Nancel and the safety and security cause. If Matt or Corey, if you guys could drop a link to that cause, that'd be great. Oh, it's already done. All right, cool. Let's keep it moving. So growth working group updates. So like I mentioned, we put together a growth working group. I say, well, yeah, let me check. Let's see. No, it's okay. Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, so we put together a growth working group recently, and the idea around that was to have more of a dedicated group of people focused on funding and partnerships. That's been, one of, I think, the biggest hurdles in this space, for the past year. But just, as we're maturing too, we didn't have too much structure around that. So now we're starting to, have some of that. And the most recent thing that, of course, we worked on was the Octant Epoch 9 proposal. That was the main thing. We did a Greenpill IRL pitch around growing the YouTube content into more physical-based engagement and connecting the podcast to then the workshops and then to the IRL activations that we're doing and creating like a full cycle of Greenpill. So yeah, we'll find out on Thursday, tomorrow, yeah, if we accept it. So be on the lookout for that. Then we have Ethereum Foundation outreach. I've been talking to people at the EF. Like they have now, the EF has more structure. They have a lot more, I guess you could say, branches and different groups that are leading things, and they're going to be going to an RP system soon.
You're not going to find out tomorrow. We're pushing that. So it's going to be.
Oh, today?
There's 450 applications. We're just drowning in apps, so it's going to take a little extra time.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I was gonna say, man, it would be so epic if it's like, actually, I have an answer for you right now. But that's more like
I'm working on them even as I'm in this call. So yeah, it's going to be next.
Okay, that's good to know. Thanks for that. You just so yeah, so Octant we'll find out when we find out probably. And then ENS proposal. We again start cooking up one to do chapter event. Chapter event protocol, like basically do chapter event funding and stuff of that nature. So stay on the lookout. And if you think of any other opportunities that you think fits well with network, feel free to share, feel free to engage, and and if you want to partner with the Greenpill, Will was just sharing in the chat, like not official partner, but like let's explore some more collaborative opportunities going forward. I know that we are definitely doing that for LATAM and DevConnect, so pretty excited on the stuff that's happening there. All right, now time for chapter and guild updates. Cool. So we're gonna stay on this slide for a bit and get a segue back to Will Coy, if you're here, or Amiel, to kick things off to talk about Will Coy. Yeah, if you could talk about the local funding round and so if they're in LATAM, there's a lot going on in Brazil. So we'll love for you to chime in and share.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's a lot of going on. I just want to thank you for synthesizing everything and making legible for us, so we can have this good alignment. Man, a lot of things going on. I'm going to start about Ethereum Latam. Yeah, we are organizing a house here for those who are coming. We still have. It's just a small house. I'm paying for using my own funds for now, but I will open up this for the group. but we still have I think 4 places. Yeah, so if anyone wants to join this and build this house with us, it will be something that very functional. I don't like too much things, to do, and so I want something very functional, and maybe we can travel and know some places, but the idea is to be able to be present on Ethereum Latam in São Paulo and have our own event there, meeting Greenpill Brazil people, basically the Greenpill Brazil community that we're gonna invite there. So yeah, this is Ethereum Latam. For Dev Connect, there is a movement that Diogo is doing about region villages, which is also a proposal he's a research proposal he's working on about Sarafu and regional community region activations, kind of. He's trying to design an activation using some mechanisms that we are exploring also in Greenpill Brazil, like Sarafu network. And yeah, that's it. I think if you want to participate, you should definitely reach out to us or me or Diogo, and yeah, we can include you in this loop. But yeah, now I can go to the funding rounds, and maybe what about the process? I think something that most chapters already saw, but Monty released like a form, so to people to fill out. It's like a form of interest of some any program, local program, yeah, your chapter wants to do. Let me find the link here. Just a minute. If someone has easily.
What link? What are you trying to send?
The form that Monty shared these days.
Oh, for the interest?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, I got you. I'll go find that.
I'm getting here. So
Okay,
just a minute.
And what I'm showing on the screen is the Regen Village slide, which I also sent a link to, if you want to dive into what Diogo's been cooking up. A lot of great GPT photos.
And there will be larger chairs. Don't worry.
Yeah, this is the link to the form I mentioned.
Nice. Okay, I'll open that.
Diogo wants to do something pretty interesting. He wants to create like an activation of like I don't know the name in English, but it's like a place where you exchange things that you don't use anymore, like books, and so he wants to do like an event for that, so people go exchange things they don't use anymore, like cell phones and notebooks, and he wants to track this using blockchain. It's pretty exciting. It is a challenge, so I want to see where this goes, and I'm deeply involved too, like giving some insights and just giving my some ideas and feedback. Yeah, it's but they have already a script and how it's gonna work. There is also some meetings happening with HaveNet team, and they are cooking something.
Nice. Yeah, take a look at this, and then Cord just dropped this link. If you have interest in doing a local funding round, I fill this out as soon as possible, honestly, because this will help. Kind of aggregate all the interested parties. So this is ask a few questions, so decent amount. So so take a look at that if you have an interest.
And just a quick comment. Obviously, everything is very much up in the air in this space, especially the public goods funding space and with future Gitcoin rounds. But I think we can very confidently say that these local funding rounds are going to be a focus moving forward, even without knowing what all the other details are going to be. So if this is something that really speaks to you, you know, I think, and you don't necessarily have the timeline to really execute before GG24. I think you can really move forward with confidence that, you know, there will be additional opportunities to do something like this. So.
That's,
But do you guys want to know what we are thinking for Greenpill Brazil? I think I have Nick and Luisa here, so they can help me if I forgot something. Yeah, nice. So yeah, we are thinking about to make a proposal to continue the work we are doing with Regen Rio de Janeiro. We adopted as a community Saraful gardens and cookie jars to make our flywheel on engagement and governance and token distribution. But for the program, we're gonna focus on gardens and Saraful. And we want to do a Cosmo Local credit program where we're gonna get the funds and create three different pools on our gardens. One for environmental impact, one for social impact, and another one for cultural impact. And the idea is that projects that need credit, they will to these pools, and they're gonna go to these pools and they will make proposals of commitments they have and how much funds they need. And we're gonna ask them to make a proposal of including a commitment that's worth at 1/3 of the value they are asking. So they are making a proposal that has already a value, is something that they can kind of put a value, could be maybe a sapling of a fruit, some fruit, or something like that, native fruit, or could be like baskets of food. Could be anything that has a value, and we can include in our scope of different resources we can have in the pool. That's the idea. So later we can decide what we want to do with this basket of fruits, but I think for the program, this is how we're gonna work. People will be making their commitments, and we're gonna decide who's gonna join the pool using a signaling pool on gardens. So the onboarding will be to our gardens and not for Gitcoin, like as we are used to. So it's pretty interesting, this changing that Gitcoin is doing. I think this creates a space for us to also grow our communities using these rounds, and yeah, this seems to be an example of how to do it. No, this is awesome, Lumina. I want to know more.
I
I just
DJ.
read the first, yeah, the first line.
Okay.
Yeah, they are my husband's friends, and he always talks to them in broken English and Portuguese. And I always try to like tell them about crypto and how they can send money between each other easily, because we couldn't even support them when he wanted to send them some funds for the chair, working chair, because imagine they're sitting for 12 hours in the plastic chair. So we couldn't figure out how to do it, and trying to explain to them what crypto is, and they were puzzled, but they got interested at the same time. So I don't know, maybe I'll try to just let them know about your events, and hope they will be coming. Let's see.
Yeah, let's talk more.
Yeah, Luis, I
more.
will ask where
Definitely
they're
want to
from.
come.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure which location they are, but I think they go to Rio pretty often. Anyway, yeah.
Yes. Just as a moderator, we are running up on time, and I think Greenpill Kenya wants to give an update, as well as I know thanks to Evo and Nigeria. So yeah, well, maybe Luisa, if you want to quickly chime in with some, also add to what Coy said real quick, and then we'll pass it over to other chapters. Okay, can't speak. Cool, no worries. I think Coy, I think covered most of it. Indeed, you're good. But Dev Connect is definitely, Louis says, definitely cooking up a lot for Dev Connect, and we're looking to coordinate some potential on the Greenpill side, like potential partnership with funding the commons and stuff. And so yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff cooking there. You could drop a link, Louis, so that'd be great. I think the link like you sent me, that'd be nice. And yeah, so I'll pass it over to the other chapters. Yeah, who else would like to give an update for the chapter?
Okay, Jim.
Yep. Jim.
Afo, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I'm your Greenpill Nigeria. So, over the last few months, in the event side of things, we have partnered with various communities to host blockchain and Ethereum conference. Like we partnered with Ethereum Nigeria to host their 8th conference in Lagos, which we brought in Glow Dollar so that they will pay their hackathon winners with a USD Glow, which they did with 5K. And then we are planning also to do that with Anambra Web3 conference that is coming up next 2 months. That is November 2nd. And then hopefully they are going to pay out their hackathon winners with USD Glow. And then we partner with Pizza DAO to throw a side event at a Web3 Bridge, Web3 Lagos conference. That was at the end of August. And then we are planning on hosting our next Impact Summit, because we hosted it 2023, and then we planned it for 2024, but because of the passing of Easy, we couldn't carry it on, even though that we have every other thing set in place. So we are also planning to regenerate that event and then host it this December. Yeah, so in terms of GG24 and local round, like we are looking at reigniting and relaunching and scaling TAS, which is a Tech and Some. It is an initiative of solar power charging station, but now we want to use this round to scale it and then also bring it to local communities, especially where students reside. So that is it for now from Greenpill Nigeria.
Thanks, Samuel. Yeah, and be on the lookout. There's gonna be some updates on the Nigerian side and at this potential scaling Tech and Sun. Really optimistic about it. Yeah, so excited. Got to keep Izzy's legacy alive. Cool.
I forgot to mention.
Oh yeah, go on.
Sorry, I forgot to mention about our water core project. So, in collaboration with Atlantis P2P, Impact Miner, Impact Landscape. So, we are trying to bring in. We are trying to make the local communities have access to clean and drinkable water. We have done the research and the mapping, and then we have seen what challenges the local communities are facing, and then we have noticed some regions that they don't use boreholes because of the topography of the land. You won't be able to have a borehole for so long, and then they are using water supplies from different other places, and we are exploring how to make water accessible to this region and then also to other regions. So we have our bounty on the impact landscape. So I advocate us to support this movement. We have done the research, and then we know what we need, and then we know the signal that is coming from the local communities, what we need to do to execute this. So we are at the implementation stage, but we need some fundings, and all this they are in the impact landscape at the Guinea forest and the Amazon forest. So what you have to do is you mint your Greenpill the NFT, which is $5, and then you will be able to access these bounties, and then for you to contribute also to the landscape. We have your dynamic NFTs instead of it being static. When you contribute to most of this course, you have it change from red to gray to green. So I believe that this will be an opportunity for most of us here to support local causes. So that's that for Watercorp.
Nice.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That was a great update. So yeah, Greenpill NFT, definitely go support. I think Impact Landscape, maybe Matt, or you could drop a link to the platform so we could see the bounties that Amir was referring to. And if they want to support it, they could support it there. Yeah, any other chapters? We're a little in time. We're gonna go to POP in a bit. Just any last updates? Want to make sure there's people have space to share. Yeah, go Swift. Yeah, try to be quick. Yeah, go for it.
Yep. Tomorrow, Uncommon, which is previously Greenpill China, we will have the demo date for sharing our one of our key project recently, which is the Chinese translation for the peer-to-peer, the common manifestos books, and as well as the coming event. And most important thing is that we invite the author, which is Michel Barans, to attend our demo days, which is he will share the vision about the peer-to-peer to the Greenpill network. Yeah, that's all. And the registration link is in the Luma, so everyone will have a look about that. And feel free to join. Thank you.
Thank you, Swift. Yeah. So yeah, if you have some time tomorrow, join that Luma, join that demo day. It's gonna be awesome. It's a little too early for me. I think it's 5 a.m. for me, so I'll be sleeping, but I'll definitely catch the recording. Okay, cool. Any other chapters?
Maybe just a brief one.
Alwyn. Oh yeah, Alwyn. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, thank you for everybody joining yesterday. So that's the Mountain of Waste on Our Doorstep project that we're running, the initiative, and we're going to focus all of our attention on that and try to pull in a few of the maybe other towns. And so the moment we get all of that, the ecosystem properly in place, the budget around that and everything, then we off to the races. But thank you for joining. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that was nice to hear everybody talk about their journeys. And that was also, yeah, I want to talk more about that, Alan, because the whole waste process, like the diagrams you're showing, I think they're very, very insightful. So definitely, I would love to keep jamming on that. Okay, let's see. Pass it to David from Kenya. I know you got some stuff cooking, so if you want to share anything.
Yeah, GM guys. Unfortunately, I'm in a conference. I won't be able to speak much. But yeah, we had like a Greenpill Summit on Sunday. I think I'll be posting pictures and posting feedback. And probably during its safari, I think we're having like its safari week down here in Kenya. And probably we'll have like a builder night. I'm thinking to host it probably next Sunday. And we see how it goes. And thanks by the way for the guys who voted. We got like 525 USD from the governance, Greenpill governance, and I think it went a long way to help us organize like the Greenpill Summit and definitely the Builder Night. So yeah, let's see what's cooking, and definitely having like a lot of partners, ecosystem builders, and people are approaching Greenpill and they want to know more what is happening with the Greenpill and how to get Greenpill. So we are passing the vibes down here. And let's see how it goes. Let's see how we'll be able to Greenpill more degens into the region space and build like good stuff and good apps that we'll be able to use in our local communities and our local ecosystems. Yeah, that's all about Greenpill Kenya and what you're doing right now. So cheers, guys.
Nice. And I just quickly thought while you're talking about, it would be good to know what resources you would like, for this events, like books, shirts, different things, and so that we could, in the future, like, send some resources to you to like, share with the community and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're also creating like a Greenpill Kenya website where we'll be able to have
nice.
the match, and definitely I think we'll be using like whatever offer you have created with the Greenpill network match store. And because guys are like curious, they want to know how we can be able to be self-sustainable, as in generate revenue for the Greenpill Kenya chapter, and definitely be a case study for all the other chapters which are coming up here. Let's see, we're making like a match store, and definitely our our farm produce, we'll be able to pack it and definitely do like what do we call it, like add value to all our products. Like we have rosemary, we can do rosemary oil. We have like kimchi, we can be able to pack it and definitely go with the Greenpill banners, logos, and everything. And people will be like curious, what is this Greenpill? And definitely create more buzz with what you're doing. Definitely, I think having products, having a match store, having a store where you'll be able to have like rosemary oil. We have already like secured a distiller, which will be able to, which will be able to make all these oils and everything. And definitely, let's see how it goes. Yeah, probably the Greenpill Kenya website will be on probably in the next 2 weeks, and let's see how it goes. Yeah, thanks.
Nice. So yeah, I'm excited. Good stuff. Stuff there. Okay, cool. All right, 8:48. So I'm gonna get to the poll out real quick, and then we'll finish with the rest of the updates. So let me just speed run this. We got a lot. Okay, actually, no, not too bad. So poll up time. The poll up should be live. Let me just check. Let's see. So just open the poll up app. If you don't have it downloaded, you can download it on the app or the Play Store, and you just go to Mint. So the floating action button for you to click. And then you enter green dash path ether or dash ether. Let me know if that's working for you guys. Cool, minting for me, so it should be minting for all. And if you can't access the app for whatever reason, I do have mint links, so you could DM me after the call or during the call. You know, just you can just DM me, and I'll get to you after the call to send your POAP. So yeah, appreciate everybody that stayed on so far. Don't drop now that you got your POAP. Stay, please. So let's get back into these updates. And Matt, feel free to send the POAP secret in the chat too. So come and switch screens. Okay, so yeah, run this one. So quick update on the Dev Guild. A couple months ago, I wrote a series of articles on like this regenerative stack we're building within the Dev Guild, and then within that, worked with like Sophie and Nassau on creating the cover image art and the infographics for the series. And the infographics in particular, we are now doing an NFT drop on Highlight over the next, well, for the past few weeks, and we have 10 drops total of all the different infographics. And yeah, it's really a nice visual capture of what we're doing in the Dev Guild, but also translates a lot to what we're doing in this whole space in some of these infographics. So yeah, we have Allo Alliance, which outlines a lot of different tools. A lot of the tools that are going to be like even being utilized in GP24, from Sylvie to Karma, to all the tools we're going to be using in the domains, Cookie Jar, Gardens, etc., Impact Miner. All these are going to be utilized to some degree. So yeah, it's a very good series. So really appreciate it if you could give it a mint. If somebody could drop a link to it, I got it. I think I could do it. If somebody beats me to it. But yeah, we really would, collect these. And so yeah, this is a collection here on Highlight. It'll load. Highlight is such a slow site. What's wrong with Highlight? All right. So yeah, these are the drops we've done so far with the green goods. It's a green good week, so an next infographic will be the last green goods infographic. And you can see some of the other ones that we've dropped. Public good staking, so then like our tools we use. And this one myself. Go check that out if you have some time. I want to make some cool NFTs. All right. So when it comes to the subtitle always just gets copied over, that should be there. But some Regen Coordination Updates, office hours. So Yesterday we kicked off office hours that will be happening on a weekly basis within Regen Coordination, and it's a space to get support on CIDS, doing impact reporting, perform collaborations, share your challenges, and get aligned for GG24. So if you just have time, feel free to join. We'll be sharing notes from that regularly. So it was a very great call, the first one. We're able to talk a lot about where projects we're at and what people are looking to do for GG24. And yeah, so I think we'll continue to keep jamming in those sessions. And then the toolkit, I think, is the other thing to mention. Luis, it's been taking active role driving that forward. Of course, with Matt and Corey and I guess myself too, to a degree, being involved in those discussions to help form these playbooks and guides. And I think the focus will be for GG24, what playbooks and guides will help with the tooling and the different things that we're going to be asking people to do in GG24. I don't know if Matt, you want to say anything quickly on or anybody else on the council?
Not really. I'll share a link in the chat that has really more context if somebody wanted to dive into it and potentially even put together a playbook.
Okay, cool. Next, we got Octant Vaults and Epoch 9. A fresh another fresh wave of energized regens. You can tell we duplicated these slides. So we got Octant Vault release, and yeah, that's dropping soon. And if you have interest, we're in conversations to be early adopters. But if you have interest within your own community or initiative to use Vaults, they have an interest form you could fill out and connect and see where Vaults could fit for your ecosystem. But yeah, we're super bullish, and because we've been talking so much about capital formation within the Dev Guild with squad staking and these different yield-bearing opportunities, and having a mechanism to put those funds into that and then get even more yield. I think it's just this makes sense. So I'm just excited to see what we can do there. And then there's also Epoch 9, which we talked a little bit about earlier. It's centered around storytelling and content creation to grow Ethereum, I don't know what says advantages, adoption. And then Greenpill alignment. So we could, on all levels of networking, and in particular the guilds, we could contribute to Octant's growth and adoption. So as it becomes more things around V2, especially on the tech side, we'd love to bring over some of the allocation mechanisms we're working on and using to Octant Vaults. So so those vaults could use those allocation mechanisms and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff there. So stay on the lookout. And Epoch 9, we'll find out when we find out. Probably, I guess maybe next week or something like that. Yeah. All right, we're at closing reminders. All right. Well, Matt, this is I know this is you, so go ahead and walk us through all these closing reminders.
Yeah, sorry. There's just too much happening. What can I say? All right. So yeah. Uncommons demo day tomorrow. Oh, and just a quick note. I'm sorry if you said it. I was kind of multitasking a little bit, but I think the most interesting thing about the Octant Vaults is the interoperability with capital allocation mechanisms. So I think that the Octant Vault can plug directly into Flow State, plug directly into Garden's funding pools. So yeah, the whole interoperability push in the space is awesome. Super pumped about that. So Swift threw a bunch more details in the chat, but the Uncommons demo day is tomorrow. Would highly recommend everybody go there. And I also I tried to show on my camera the book, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Whatever you're picturing, it's even prettier than that. So yeah, big props to them. Some news, actually, I think this is actually a pretty big deal. Giveth formally brought back the Gitcoin Grand Stack GraphQL. So all that historical GG data is now accessible again. If anybody's going to NYC Climate Week, I think a couple people in this call might be, but you've set up a Telegram group. So just hit me up and we'll add you to that group, and we can all meet up and hang out a little bit. The Atlantis Greenfield DNFT campaign was discussed a little bit earlier. I think there's 60 some odd days left. This is actually pretty interesting. I think this was released super duper late last night. I haven't had a chance to read through the paper, but Token Engineering Academy just put out a paper on dynamic network weight scaling. So yeah, any nerds out there, definitely check that one out. Token Engineering Academy and Token Engineering Commons are really gold resources. There is a Octant DevRel session going on right now. You can find it on Twitter. And then kind of tied to that, Flow State has been putting out dev journals. I think there's been 2 that's been released. So yeah, highly recommend checking out those resources. And since there's an abundance of awesome spaces and resources, just a quick mention. I believe in 3 minutes, the Gitcoin Twitter space with Owaki and Salve is starting up. And then the DDAs, I believe, are going to be final. The DDA details are going to be finalized tomorrow. So there'll probably be some alpha in that space. And then tomorrow, the picture should be officially painted. There's also a space going on right now. I don't know if it's ended, with Kunkar and Devansh talking about how AI can help fund public goods. If you go to the How to DAO Twitter profile to find that. Bankless Academy also having another one. I think it's going on at this exact same time. Public Nouns, Coconut Network, Giveth Circles, boom. And then if that's not enough content for you, VDAO, you can catch the previous VDAO spaces. They had one about DPen. There's been a handful. I don't know what the cadence is, but yeah, very high quality stuff there. Ethereum Foundation had a space about applications. And then, yes, the monthly Dev Guild filter space. The last one was about building mini apps. Yeah, that's good stuff there. And again, if that's not enough for you, just nudging people to definitely explore and engage with other communities in this space. I finally went to my first Regen Network monthly call. It was awesome. Token Engineering Commons, I don't know if they're still here, but we love them. I haven't actually gone to any of those calls, but shout out there. Ethereum Cat Herders is very, very like, Ethereum protocol type stuff. But yeah, if that's your jam, that's incredibly high signal. I mentioned it in one of my comments, but yeah, Prosperity Passport is a super awesome reputation-based tool, and there are financial rewards. And then also shout out Sell Public Goods for their Proof of Impact initiative. And then talking about core Ethereum infra, I think, Protocol Guild put out their first compensation report yesterday as well. TLDR, Ethereum core developers are not paid enough is really basically the long and short of it. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting one. I mean, we're in the very regenerative finance space, so it's slightly different, but yeah, core infrastructure, they're dealing with the same issues of sustainable funding sources and that whole mechanism design type stuff. And then to wrap it up, Gaia AI has been partnered up with Regen Network for a bit now, and they threw out a tweet saying that there's a big announcement coming today, so that'll probably be pretty interesting. And then to wrap it up, Azos Finance, which is basically a Regen stablecoin backed by, I wish I had the link open, I'd tell you the collateral assets, but it's like USD Glow, Char, I don't know. I think there's 6 of them. Not Char.
So it is Helios, KlimaDAO, USD Glow, and Ethereum wrapped ETH. Beautiful.
What's the phrase? The best way to get the right answer, the right information, is to say the wrong information. So thank you, Thomas. And yes, I'm very excited to dig into that one. And as everybody knows, my brain is very much like, all right, we got to figure out really, really detailed and awesome treasury management type stuff. And yeah, make the most of the funds that we have. And as usual, hopefully I didn't dump too much at once, but too bad. There's a lot going on.
Honestly, no, I really appreciate this because I didn't know about half of this, and I'm going to be listening to these spaces. So thank you so much.
Good stuff. Yeah, thanks for leading Alpha. Thanks everybody for all the awesome updates. Great seeing all y'all.
Yeah, it's been great. So we're just at the hour. Like we made it towards the end. I thought we were gonna go a little bit more over. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for joining. Will, I actually do want to open it up for before we close. Yeah, to anybody in the call wants to share something. So we'll start with you. And anybody else, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Apple. I just put a PSA in the chat, and that's coming from Giveth's X account. I just put out a PSA about Polygon has not had a new block for over 6 hours now. So do not do any transactions on the Polygon network at this time.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, wow. That is.
A little announcement over here. We're recording a residency for Brazil during Reese City, and it will be a great pop-up focused on refi. And you can learn more at hackrefi.org.
Nice. Good to see you. Cool. I think, yeah, if anybody's got anything else, feel free to chime in right now and we'll just close. Any last thoughts? Okay. Well, thanks for joining. This was great. I appreciate everybody for, taking this time to, out of your day. As you know, there's a lot going on. There's Twitter spaces, there's stuff, and you chose to come here. So appreciate that. And yeah, that's we're in a pivotal moment in the network, I think. And just to be a little candid with kind of where I'm at, like I really have the next 2 months to, find some stability in the space, or yeah, if not, I will have to like find something else and have to hopefully I could find something adjacent or connected. But yeah, but I feel like we have a lot of momentum and a lot of things are coming together. So I'm very optimistic and bullish, but also know that this is a very pivotal moment for the whole space, for all of us. So glad we're all here together working on it, and yeah, we'll get through it. All right, gotta end the recording and see you guys next time.